Okay, good. All right, let's check this out, bro. All right, let's check this out. Pretty cool. Just open it on my phone. I'm not gonna forget jack shit. You think so, but you're delusional. All right, I'll just check that occasionally. So let's play. This should be a little bit larger. Be good. Did you see that? I can't get it bigger. But pretty good. That's okay. All right. Listen, I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm just gonna live my best life. That's it. I'm just gonna ignore you, and I'm gonna kill you and your family. So I guess my outlet can't get that much of a draw on there. So I gotta plug it in uh, the conductor. Well, that's okay because on the other side there's a bunch of outlets there too, and that fan is using quite a lot of water. So I can understand. Just gotta double check that. All right, cool. Ask what it is. All right, let's go. All right. This, okay, that's garbage. That's a little concerning, but that's real good. That's garbage. Okay, I can't even see it. Whatever. Okay. So let's see where they're gonna attack us from. Okay, so from the right here, is it? Yeah. So from the right, we're gonna be facing forward there because that's how the game works. It reorients your general and captain army. To the left, to the left, and the north, the west, and also the northeast. That's the captain army, so that's great. What I'm probably gonna do is just defeat them in detail as they come along. Go for the small armies first, and then deal with this guy by using my dogs and my generals. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Well, the Foxmen are not good unless they attack you, so if you just charge them and keep cycle charging them, you're not gonna do shit.
Do you see them?
We're having a lot of battles. You know, why don't you hide in the forest? And then I'll just track them. They're not gonna know where my units are. It's just land.
March! March! Standard formation! Standard formation! March! Move! Skirmisher! Mercenary hoplite!
Nice. And there.
March! Mercenary belted! Mercenary belted!
Their skirmish mode abilities are not so good, so you can just stay back there. I'm just gonna ignore you. Oh, you have two.
Mercenary hoplite!
Right. But that's nice is a wide minus one sword, so you can cover the flank there. It needs to be out of
Standard formation!
which doesn't make sense because the phalanx, the bites are still there anyway, so. He's trying to run. So lucky. Side back here. I'm going to use my cavalry to defeat them in detail. So the front and the northwest. So they're all hidden, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lure them back here, and then they're going to surprise them. And that's going to give me another advantage too, because they're going to be surprised by the enemies, and the dogs are going to scare them, and they're all blind, it's going to break very easily. So. Alright, I'll hit a point. Yeah, they'll hit me. Good. They're not skirmish mode. So get over here.
Move out! General!
Nice little wider formation there. That's good. So you're going to be behind them because there's not a lot of troops there.
Forward!
You want to have them be densely concentrated so they don't break.
Move out!
And have more of a factor in intimidating the enemy in terms of flank character. But I want to have a good wide breadth of charge.
Units! Guard position!
I'll take a minute and I'll move you to flank. So,
Units! Unit position!
Howdy. Hello. Alright. Ready? Sounds good.
The enemy have brought up more men!
Yeah, a little bit of lag there, but that's good. Stop. Stop. That's not good. Break. Not playing so well. what the fuck are you doing? No. Shit. I'm flipping bags. They're gonna break. That's not break, but whatever. They're already revealed, so. Let's get you on the flags. We need to remake the information here. Oh, man. They're already there. Shit. No. Fuck, no. That's going to be my best. They already released it. Shit. This is going to be a fucking catastrophe. I fucking done that.
The gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Regain information, please.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
I was just, but I fucked up because I was controlling the earth by accident. Really bad, so I was not paying attention. Sure. Yeah, okay, alright. I need to go over there. That wasn't very much. It's not doing too bad. I made a very bad mistake because I pressed Control A by accident. The board up the cavalry. This one can be the break. That was a bit of a catastrophe, but it should be okay now. It's probably gonna break. Yep. Come on, break. Let's go, break. We'll be good. That was a little bit of a catastrophe. I pressed Control A by accident. I really fucked up there because I pressed Control A by accident, so
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running
really
from
bad
our
because I
men.
wasn't paying attention. I'm not thinking too died, dude.
show their true virtue.
That's bullshit.
They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Don't pay attention. Like the books. Well, I was charging the peasants. That happens in this game sometimes. They'll just die in the charge. That wasn't a really good battle, but I don't care. But we're not talking about real life. We're talking about a video game. I'm gonna get tired eventually. I pressed Control A by accident and moved all my troops, so I fucking I don't care if the fact is in the Bible for once. The video game. I'll find an excuse. Oh my god. Whatever, down to that. Well, that was horrible.
Truly.
I should have not lost that, but whatever. I'm not thinking too clearly.
The army. Hold back! The siege is broken. Moves depleted, sir!
That was bad. Let's get the fuck out of there. Let's go this way.
Forward!
We lost our entire army. That was not good.
General. Forward!
Why did that happen? Well, not only am I being tortured, but I made a really bad mistake by pressing Control A. Well, it's not real life, fucking retard. It's a video game. Oh, found an excuse.
Imperator. Forward! No more moves, sir! Forward!
I know that in real life I could die, but I'm not going to do that in real life. Are you trying to teach me a lesson about not having a civil war? I'd rather have a civil war and die, if I have to. I don't care if you don't think so. Whatever. Okay, that's not going to be a threat for now, because they're already getting besieged. They're too far away, and we still have some troops.
Orders?
Whatever. Let's recruit another army. If I have anybody coming in reach. That was not good. He's gonna come in reach too.
Ready to sail!
Let's put this Republic order. And I start eating for this. Tunnel with this. Terrace. This there's behind here.
March!
Whatever, it'll be okay on the turn too. We'll just use the exploits of
Imperator, ready to sail! Sir, I cannot! Ready to sail! Set sail! Imperator, boarding! Yes, Captain! Disembark! Sir! March! Out of move, sir! Attack! Fleet ready!
We're gonna need to here, but we're gonna do that anyway, so just come up here and deal with that.
Set sail! Disembark! Orders! Forward!
And they're probably gonna mop that up though, so we'll just fight them. That's good because then we can extort them, so whatever. Go ahead and deal with my careless. It'll be faster if we just get on the jump over this way, so yeah, we'll do that.
Boarding! Imperator!
Well, playing Brutii is not interesting, so whatever. It's not an excuse.
General!
Just work.
Aye, Captain. Sir! Joining the fleet, sir. Set sail! All ashore. General! Prepare for battle. Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Ready to sail. Orders. Attack. Settlement under siege, sir.
I have dogs, so they can get us. Bang. They expanded there.
General.
Are they going this way? Oh, well, the balls are coming that way. I'm gonna take this before they can take it. So they lifted that siege up. Interesting. Let me see if I can attack them, then extort them. I can do that. Try and do that.
Attack! Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Your Honor, I shall speak with them at once.
Okay, so.
Ready to sail!
I want to lose my ship, so let's go with it.
Set sail! Out of move, sir! Fleet ready! Set sail! Sir! Sir!
Nope, I'm not going to forget it. Nope.
General! March!
Nope, you think I'm going to let you forget, but I'm not. You think so, but I'm not.
General!
Whatever you think is the loser place, because I'm not going to.
Imperator! Orders! Sir! Onward!
Those first. Cool.
Fleet ready! Set sail! Disembark! General! Sir!
You know what? I want you to be over here in the high ground,
Move out!
just in case you get attacked. I'm not going to forget you. Nope. Nope, you're going to keep asking, but it's not going to happen. Nope. We already went over this. How many contradictions we're talking about here? Yes, we're torturing to teach you that torture is wrong, but then also you're doing well at the same time, which doesn't make sense. It's a little expensive right now, and I might need some money, so let's go with let's see what else. That's good. Oh, that seems good. I don't play this game often. Even when I was a kid, I only used to play games on weekends because usually when I would come home, I would go to sleep for a few hours and then do my homework or whatever. And maybe play like a game for like an hour or two and watch TV maybe a little bit. I was always very fatigued when I was tired. So when I was a kid and a teenager, I used to have a lot of problems with having energy in terms of like being awake and stuff. It wasn't like a narcolepsy, but I was always very tired and I used to sleep a lot.
Sir,
It's
noble
kind of like a
master.
form of narcolepsy. Of course I have problems. I'm a human being. You don't think people have problems? Of course they do.
I shall speak with them at once.
What's the extraordinarily acceptable? You get that? Not wrong. That's good. And then we have Zuckerberg hyper criticizing me every second of my life.
Your service.
And somehow that's supposed to be normal behavior.
Yes, sir.
You're a loser, faggot.
Noble
You
master.
can't even accept like,
Sir.
the faults in your own life, let alone somebody else's.
Sir. Yes.
But even then, like you're hyper criticizing somebody that you're torturing 24 hours a day who doesn't even know you. You know I'm gonna kill you, right?
Sir. Noble master.
You know I'm gonna kill you and your family, right? Look, it is a legitimate thing. So send the police here. Come make my day. I could care less. You know I'm gonna kill you and your family, right?
I shall speak
Nope,
with them
not gonna
at
forget.
once.
You know I'm gonna kill you and your family, right? Let's go for the article. Let's see if everybody's just willing to accept. Transfer. That's not enough for them to expand because they might go over there. That's a monthly worship. It's already there somewhere.
Imperator. Imperator.
You can bounce back from very easily because they're not going to come here. We have armies.
Fleet ready. General.
Alright, that's fine. I don't care if you agree, Mark.
Ready
You just
to
told me
sail.
that I'm a piece of shit for like 5 minutes straight, and then now you agree with me.
Fleet
You're a loser,
ready.
faggot. I'm not your friend, faggot. You're a parasitic vampire. You're a fucking loser, faggot. That's good. Oh, you're right now. It's bullshit. It's in your garbage. No, it's over here.
Discipline.
Oh, you're good. What about this video now? Oh, you're concerned? I don't give a fuck.
Fleet ready.
I'm concerned about you because you're basically a genocidal maniac. These biomes are garbage. Alright, I'm outside of your moving points.
Fleet ready. Ready to sail.
Let's get away from them. We'll fog of war because they're gonna have to move on land.
General. Onward. Move depleted, sir. Fleet ready. Set sail. Orders. Orders. Sir. Attack. Sir. Your Honor, I shall speak with them at once.
Fucking retards. What a bunch of fucking retards. Okay, whatever. probably going to trigger the condition because it's ceasefire. So, no, let's see.
Sir! Forward! Out of move, sir!
Here you go again, talking about my testicles again. If you really want to know, I masturbated this morning anyway, so I know it's awkward, but I don't care if you don't think so. It's not up to me to show people that I'm fucking masturbating because that's awkward. That's weird. But since you want to slander me behind my back, whatever you're doing is not working. So, yeah, because I still have high testosterone anyway.
Sir!
Apparently, somebody who has low testosterone can maintain his muscle mass and only lose like 1% or even less than 1% over the course of 10 years, even while you're torturing him and trying to lower his testosterone. Most men over the course of, no, I don't take steroids. Most men over the course of, I took steroids, but I don't take them now. Most men over the course of 10 years are going to lose more than 1% of their muscle mass in terms of having lower testosterone. So, one. Oh, shit. Is that like soap? What the fuck is that? Weird. It's like soap. I gotta wash that. I'll wash that in a little bit. Or it's a little bit of voice, but okay. Nope, I have like 203 pounds of lean body mass. So at most, I was at like 10 years ago after taking steroids, I was at like 207 pounds, but that was fully glycogen loaded anyway. So even when I'm glycogen depleted, I'm still around the same mass anyway. So 2% over the course of 10 years, but it's relatively the same because I was glycogen loaded then anyway. So, and with the glycogen, that's probably like another pound or two. So whatever, 1.5% over the course of 10 years. And you're claiming that I have low testosterone while you're torturing me, which is not true. Do you want to see the picture of when my jaw broke? I'll show you. Hold on. I don't want to show you all the Google photos that I have, but I was hit in the face with a baseball bat and I survived. Most men, if they got hit in the face with a baseball bat, would like collapse and die. I would challenge Mark Zuckerberg to get hit in the face with a baseball bat and not die. Apparently, if you have low testosterone, then if you don't have high testosterone, you get hit in the face with a baseball bat, you're not going to just die. That's awkward. Can't see that, right? All right. Let me get the X-ray photos, then you'll see my jaw where it was broken. Then I'll show you exactly where it was broken. Up right there. Oh, that's not true? Then how did my jaw break? No, I did not fall on the ground. I got hit in the face with a baseball bat. Right there. I still get, yep. He probably tried to kill me, Mr. Zuckerberg. I got hit in the face with a baseball bat. 3 people had ambushed me on the street on Labor Day of 2021. Yep, and that's right there. Look. Apparently, if you get hit in the face with a baseball bat and you have low testosterone, then your jaw wouldn't just completely shatter. But this is not so good. But because if I would have stayed there in that fight, if they would have kept hitting me, I probably would have died. So I had to sprint away. But I challenge anybody to fight 3 huge guys at once, like around my size, and get hit full force, full torque with a fucking aluminum baseball bat, and then not even just not fall to the ground, but stay standing and be able to sprint away. So if Mr. Zuckerberg got hit full force in the face with a baseball bat, he'd probably just go unconscious and die. But apparently I have small balls and low testosterone, but my jaw didn't completely shatter. What happened to that fact that I had low testosterone. If I had low testosterone, then my bones would be completely brittle. I would have osteoporosis. My teeth would be completely brittle, so on and so forth, over the course of 8+ years of allegedly having low testosterone. Nope, I have high testosterone. No, it is true. I do have high testosterone. And you're talking about my testicles all day. Yep, this is me. This is my jaw. Hold on, I don't want to show you all of the photos of my Google photos because nope, it's not because I have something to hide. It's because it's my personal business. So tell me more about how that's not me when it's me. Nope. Don't you see the what you call it, the little metal brace that I had to wire my jaw shut? And I healed pretty well. No, that is me. And I got hit in the face with a baseball bat. Full force, full torque, by a huge guy, almost my size. Here was my doctor. He's actually Jewish, but he's a nice person, so not every Jewish person is evil. There he is, Dr. Matos, and that's his wife. She's a nice woman too. I think she's also partially Portuguese. And Dr. Matos is Portuguese too. I spoke in Portuguese with him, as a matter of fact. What do I think about him? I think he's a nice person. I don't really know him. I don't talk to him, but he seemed very nice. He treated me well. Oh yeah, I want to show you me when I was on steroids. Nope, I don't have low testosterone. And even when you torture me, nope, it's not true. Even when you torture me, that negative feedback doesn't occur forever. So up to 8, 12 to 14 hours, even after the torture, it stops, and then my testosterone levels go back to normal. Oh, you're trying to help me by torturing me, but at the same time, you're telling me that you're trying to teach me a lesson about how torture is wrong, which doesn't make sense because if torture is good for me and it's helping me, then it can't be wrong at the same time. What do you mean, why am I doing this? You're the one torturing me. Nope, I don't have low testosterone. Nope. What doctor? Are you talking about my endocrinologist? Well, that was before I even started taking androgenic substances. I'll pull up my research paper. Nope, I don't have low testosterone. Nope, I don't have secondary hypogonadism. Nope. You say that it's not true, but then Mr. Zuckerberg hasn't even said anything to my face for 8+ years while he's been secretly torturing me via his reverse. No, I'm not going to forget you, via your reverse transcribing mRNA payload that's quantum entangled. But then at the same time, you somehow know who my endocrinologist is, even though I never published that information. And you're talking to him about what I did in terms of taking testosterone replacement therapy for like 5 or 6 months before I decided to research endocrinological substances. But at the same time, you're telling people that I have a low testosterone and I have small testicles, even though you're not supposed to even know that, because I've never revealed that. And at the same time, you're saying that you know that I took steroids, even though you have no proof, but you're only basing it off the fact that I said that I took steroids. But at the same time, you're telling everybody that I'm a schizophrenic retard and that my testimony is not believed to be true. But that one piece of testimony is believed to be true, even though all of it is believed to not be true, which doesn't make sense at all. So here was me at 250 pounds. So I'm relatively the same size anyway, but I was much skinnier. So this is me at 250 pounds total body mass, and I was about 207 pounds of lean body mass. So I still have most of my lean body mass anyway. So it's just that I gained a lot of weight because of the fact that I had to go on antipsychotic drugs because of what Mr. Zuckerberg did to me, and also because of the fact that for years while I was on antipsychotic drugs, I was not even in the right state of mind either. And those drugs make you eat quite a lot of food. Nope, it's not an excuse. And also, those drugs make a lot of people have metabolic syndrome over time just because of the pure nature of the drugs. And they make you eat food like crazy. They make you do weird things. So this is me in 2015. And I was still a little fat here, but I don't care. I thought I looked relatively good. Pretty muscular and very strong, too. I'm still very strong and very muscular. But this was before I took antipsychotic drugs because this was before the first episode Psychosis, where Mr. Zuckerberg had basically done that stuff to me and changed my DNA. So, whatever. What you're talking about is not true. And I can pull up my research too, so that's not true. So your slander does not make any sense. That's not what Dr. Sethi said. But Dr. Sethi's a criminal. So who cares about what Dr. Sethi says? He violated my rights. He violated quite a lot of people's rights. I don't care about what Dr. Sethi says. His testimony is as good as like sewage. It's as good as like diarrhea. Your testimony means nothing to me. As a matter of fact, if you would ever publicly testify, I would make a fucking fool out of you by showing quite a lot of evidence of your crimes and having other witnesses talk about what happened to you and so on and so forth. Because your slander and gaslighting only makes you look retarded when you're basically slandering yourself. I can pull up your entire history as a doctor, the fact that you haven't done research in 20 years. I can pull up the fact of all the civil rights and civil liberties violations that have occurred. I could have numerous witnesses from Trinitas testify. I could also testify about what you did to me and so on and so forth, about how I was deprived of my human rights so many times. So what is this research? This research is what I wrote in 2019 concerning endogenic substances that could help men with secondary hypogonadism, either from androgenic anabolic steroid abuse or hereditary secondary hypogonadism. So I used to have secondary hypogonadism because what happened was um, I had an allergic reaction to the post-cycle therapy of Novodex and clomiphene, and it was not working well for me, and I had like double and triple vision. So I didn't account for that. So I still took it anyway, but it didn't really work out so well. So my body didn't respond so well to it. But after about, I would say, 2 or 3 months of this protocol and consuming these substances, I basically went back to normal. As a matter of fact, even when they torture me, the truth is I don't like to talk about this because this is my own personal and private business. Just tastes like so. You know what? I'm gonna refill that and what you call it, get some more caffeine in my system. Is my timer over? Okay. Uh, uh, I had to take these endogenic substances, and as a matter of fact, I have proof that I'm not going to show my testicles or whatever, but I may show the socks. That's a little bit disgusting, but I guess I needed to because I keep getting slandered and made fun of secretly, and that's not true what you're saying concerning my testicles at all. And I have pictures to the contrary, but I can't put that on YouTube, so I can talk about it. But the reason I don't like talking about it is because that's my personal private business, and that's also not necessarily embarrassing, but it's obscene. So that's not something that people should know because it's my personal private business. But let's show the picture of the socks. I know it's a little weird, but it's proof. So I don't know. Can somebody with low testosterone produce that much semen and keep masturbating over and over again? Why don't I have sex? Because I don't want to. And also because the torture is rate limiting me, but I have a little wife that I love that you took away from me, and I'm going to rescue my little wife. No, I'm not going to forgive you. No, I'm not going to accept any money from you or take Isabella. No, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to forgive you. As a matter of fact, let me edit this because you've been slandering me concerning the formatting of this. So this is a little weird. Let me open up WordPress. Oh, I don't know how to? I can show you how I know how to. All right. First, let me edit the formatting, and then, because you're slandering me yet again, and the only person that you're slandering is basically yourself. If you're going to slander somebody, make sure you don't slander yourself. And if you're going to say it to somebody's face like me, make sure you come right. I know I'm being made fun of, but it doesn't make sense because your humor and your jokes are not funny, and you're only slandering yourself. You're trying to make fun of somebody who's basically an alpha giga chad, who everybody loves besides you, with a bunch of child molesters and rapists and sex traffickers and people who extort money from people who are all a bunch of child molesters who got sexually abused growing up. So that means nothing to me. I could care less. You know what? Let me just copy and paste it here because what I did was I edited this on my phone. Let me go to my Google Drive actually. Hold on. Then I can just copy and paste it how I'd like to. Forgot the name of the file. Oh, there we go. You're stating that I don't know how to, but I'm about to show you how I know how to. And it's not that hard. I'll just copy and paste it correctly. So why did it misformat? Because I was editing it on my phone, and my phone didn't properly paste it. So I'm gonna fix that right now. Oh, sorry. Why is it formatted this way? I just explained to you. I copy and pasted this on my phone when I didn't have access to my laptop, and the formatting was incorrect. I'm not gonna forgive you. Oh, it's here. Okay, that's fine. That's it. That should be correct now. Check it out. Let's put that in a tag. Like that. I'll just put it in the visual editor because I could care less. Right now, I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope, nope. Fine. Part of slandering people because just because something is a little bit uh, unneatly formatted or sloppily formatted does not mean that it's not necessarily true. That's a very malicious form of slander. Not going to forgive you. You think so, but I'm not going to. You think so, but I'm not going to. No, I don't care about whatever future you know. It's not going to happen. Nope. I don't care if Isabella doesn't want me to. I could care less. Oh, I see why. The paragraph, the sub anchors were not included, so that's why I didn't format correctly. But that's okay, because I'm not going to manually input that there. I can just copy and paste it into the visual. No, it's not because I don't know how to. I'm going to have to manually do that here. I can just copy and paste it into the visual code editor, like I just did. So go fuck that. Go fuck yourself. I don't care if you agree, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not your friend. So here's the other evidence. This was from last year. I know it's disgusting and obscene, but they keep slandering me for having small testicles or whatever. But that's well, no, I'm not going to show you my testicles because I cannot on YouTube. But I can show you this. I know it's awkward and it's weird, but I'm being made fun of for having small testicles. But for somebody that allegedly has small testicles, can you explain how I'm fucking dumping all this semen into a bunch of socks that I don't even use? I mean, it's a little awkward, but these socks didn't even fit me. And these were like old socks anyway, so I just whatever used them and threw them out. And nope, nobody kept these. I just threw them out. Nope, nobody gave me cum socks. That's awkward. And the burden of proof is on you to say the burden of proof is on you to prove that somebody gave me all of these cum socks when it does not make any sense. You've been saying that about my research. You've been saying that about my work. You've been saying that about me secretly, and you've not even said a single word to my face for 8+ years concerning what I've actually done with my life and who I actually am, etc., etc. I'm going to play some music and I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. Nope, not going to forgive you. I don't know why I should talk about my research. Why? It explains itself. You don't know anything about it. You don't know how to read. You don't know how to understand things. Let's talk about the working hypothesis. That's all I'm going to read, and that's it. In terms of a working hypothesis, the main mechanisms of action of HPG tech, in terms of hypothalamus pituitary gonadal tech, are to increase production of luteinizing hormone and follicle-stimulating hormone through exogenous uptake of drugs that induce endogenous activation of the hypothalamus to produce gonadotropin-releasing hormone, but not replace any of the sex hormones. The goal of this exogenous induction of endogenous production of gonadotropin-releasing hormone is to not further negative symptomology, but to functionally restart the hypothalamus pituitary gonadal axis if it is shut down and prevent a shutdown from occurring. The HPG axis shutdown is indicated by the following symptoms or variables, but not limited to them: low testicular volume or receded testicles, fatigue, apathy, depression, low seminal volume, low seminal motility, inability to maintain an erection or get an erection. This doesn't apply to me. Lack of sex drive, general impotence, low free testosterone or bound testosterone on the metabolic panel, high testosterone to estrogen conversion in terms of sex hormone binding globulin levels being high, or estrogen being high. And here are HPG techs and vigor techs and neurotechs conjunctive mechanisms of action. Number one, to inhibit the hormonal enzyme aromatase in the liver, preventing the degradation of testosterone into estrogen, inhibiting sex-binding hormone globulin of testosterone to blood serum globulin via inhibition of estrogen production, increasing positive feedback of luteinizing hormone and follicle-stimulating hormone production via increases in testosterone spermatogenesis, a reduction of oxidant-free radical oxygen species and the entire endocrine hormonal system, induction of central nervous system monoaminergic production to stimulate neuroendocrine functionality, including sexual arousal and production of gonadotropins from the hypothalamus and pituitary glands, and increase in intracellular calcium ions, inducing increases in vasodilation, hormonal production, and further enzymatic inhibition of aromatase. And number 7, inhibition of phosphoesterase type 1 and type 5, including increasing cyclic guanosine monophosphate and cyclic adenosine monophosphate, inducing increased neuronal action potential, impulsivity, periodicity, frequency, and vasodilation to peripheral organs. And now, as a matter of fact, I'm going to write an addendum to my research because this is not inclusive of the epigenetic modifications in terms of gene expression changes, because the research was not very clear concerning that. But I need to look up more of that stuff. But I talk about that in my discussion section anyway. So this is mostly inclusive with how this stuff works. So it worked fairly well for me. I took ashwagandha. What else? It's up here. Ashwagandha, ginger, taurine, spalanciclib mellow, vinbosetine, ikarin, L-theanine, L-arginine, L-citrulline, and the rest of the stuff in terms of the neurogenic compounds all together. Oh, if you think it's not safe, that's none of my concern, because you're arguing against a lot of research that's well substantiated. So, kind of fine. Then say that it doesn't work. You're slandering yourself. The only person you're slandering is yourself, basically, because you can't even say it to my face. The only person you're slandering. Okay, then I'm stupid. Then that's fine. That's fine. You're slandering yourself. That's it. The only person you're slandering is yourself, and my research has been publicly available for years, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm basically putting you to shame because you're a scam faggot. So what I need to do here is talk about, in the addendum, the epigenetic modifications in terms of permanent gene expression changes. I didn't do that for this paper, but I wasn't even really thinking about that back then, because this is mostly inclusive anyway. This is about, I would say, 90% inclusive with what these substances do, these endogenic substances do, and they're very safe to take. The incidence rates are very low. The allergenergic contraindication rates are low, especially for stuff like taurine and ginger, and also L-arginine and L-citrulline, because taurine and L-arginine and L-citrulline are naturally found in the body in terms of the L-orthinine and also L-arginine and L-citrulline production of semen via spermatogenesis anyway. So those are very safe substances to take. And the incidence rates of allergenergic or other contraindicatory reactions to ashwagandha and ginger are very low. I would say that citicoline is probably not worth taking because it's too expensive, but if you can afford it, then it'll help you too. So, but as an addendum to this, I would like to write about, in my other research paper as well too, about all of the epigenetic modifications that occurred as a function of taking these substances, and also try and find as many epigenetic assays as I can. But that's probably going to be hard, because to do assays like that in terms of positron emission tomographies and also other types of assays are kind of very expensive, and the research is still very scarce concerning that, because not a lot of researchers are going to do all of that work for free and pay all of that money. So I had to wait a few years to even get all of this aggregate information, because it wasn't readily available even in 2019. And I had to really search for that stuff myself, spending a lot of hours every day doing so, but not for just this paper, but for other ones. And endocrinologists should be ashamed, because how come you couldn't do something like this? The entire medical industry should be ashamed by somebody like me. Dr. Sethi should be ashamed. Dr. Eshban Matuka, Dr. John Peng, Dr. Salvatore Salvata, Dr. Darius Novak, my previous endocrinologist. All of these neuroscientists and endocrinologists and physiologists and anatomists should be extremely ashamed that they've not done something like this in their entire life's work, and especially given the fact that they're not being tortured, and they have no excuse to not do something like this, especially if they have free time, or even if they could make money. You should be ashamed of yourself. Honestly, you should, especially if you're hurting your patients, especially if you don't care about your patients, especially if you just got a job just to make money and you're pushing pills and you're pushing medicine to people where you're not helping them. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right, I'm going to play some music, then I'm going to get some more coffee, because by accident, I guess I forgot to clean this out properly, because there was some soap in here. So it's a little bit of a waste, but it's okay. It happens. I don't need to talk about my other research. How much research do you want me to talk about? Oh, now Mark Zuckerberg is saying it's because I didn't write it. He's been saying the same thing for the last 3+ years, even though he wiretapped me 5+ years, as a matter of fact, even though he was wiretapping me the entire time, watching me do it, and his argument doesn't make sense. No, I'm not getting defensive. Let's talk about that. I'm going to talk about that. That argument is used by crazy psychotic women and reverse psychologists of the Freudian school of thought, who are basically satanic and fucking Jewish plagiarists and scam artists who basically try and deceive and manipulate people into thinking that they're going to be gaslighted out of an argument. So when you say that somebody is getting defensive, you're trying to say that via the omission of evidence, or even conversely so, the evidence of omission, that somebody's being defensive because they're trying to cover up deceit. But that's not necessarily true. That's highly fallacious, and that's not a legitimate argument. You want to know why? Because the burden of proof is on you to establish that somebody's getting defensive because they're lying to you. But because somebody's retorting against you does not mean they're lying to you. The burden of proof is on you, but it's especially worse given the fact that person for years has made the same claims against you and proven himself time and time again, and that your arguments make no sense, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg has been saying this for the last 5+ years. Who the fuck is going to write 400+ pages of research for me that takes eight months to do? Oh, my brother, because he loves me? No, my brother does not even have enough free time for himself. He works a 40 to 60-hour work week job every week, and he has his own free life. I have not talked to my brother for 3+ years, and we're not on good terms. I'm not on good terms with my mother, and I've provided proof of that as well too. I blocked my mother, I blocked my father, and once I get a job, I'm going to abandon my father and my dog and change my last name, and I'm probably never going to talk to him again. Because I know you talk to him, and I know you're trying to convince him to do things that he doesn't want to do. And now what Mark Zuckerberg is doing, he's amplifying the torture because he knows that he's wrong. He knows he's been saying the exact same shit for 3 to 5+ years, and he has no proof on his behalf. And the only person he's slandering is himself because he's mentally retarded, because he's a hook-nosed scam artist who has a fucked up jaw, vampire canine teeth, a fucking ugly Mongolian nigger of a wife with a pancake face and a caved-in chest and a fucking bigger cock and balls than me or him combined, another man combined. And he's a fucking hook-nosed loser. He molests kids. He's been fucked up the ass by his dad his entire life. His dad is his mom's brother, and his fucking entire family is inbred. They're incestuous with each other. And he's been saying the exact same thing against me for 3+ years. And I uploaded everything to my website 3+ years ago, and he's still saying the exact same thing. And if you were ever to go public with this information that I didn't do what I did, even though that I did do it, I would make a complete fucking fool out of you, even if people didn't believe my forensic analysis there of what you did to me and so on and so forth, even though I'm an expert at forensic analysis and I have proof that I did my work going back 5+ years and many different domains and aspects and regards. You're going to look fucking mentally retarded, dumbass. And you're still saying the exact same shit because you're a fucking hook-nosed retard. You're a scam, faggot. Nothing. Nope, not gonna forgive you. All right. Are you okay? Nope, not gonna forgive you. Nope. What happens around it? Where is some screen? Nope. And you're only slandering yourself. The only person you're slandering is yourself, retard. You sound fucking mentally retarded. The only person you're slandering is yourself, dumbass.
Atlantic Health System's expert cardiology is around the cornerology. With 150 offices across New Jersey, all tied to the nationally ranked Morristown Medical Center, we're making healthy easier. Learn more at atlantichealth.org.
If you think that I'm gonna forgive you, you're delusional. Chris Nolan's listening, when you explode it and you force to do things that you don't want to do, because then there will be discretion. But it depends on what you did. I don't believe you're an evil person, but I don't know you. I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. A change in inflection or tone of voice after 8+ years, 8 years and 10 days to the day of telling you that I'm not going to forgive you does not mean that I'm going to forgive you. If you think that anything I do means that I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional, retard! What did I take today? I took about 100 milligrams of ephedrine. How much? 2 hours and 18 minutes ago. And I wasted a lot of coffee because there was soap in there. I don't want to drink that. So whatever, that was like 2 little Keurig cups of coffee and maybe like about an eighth of a cup, fourth of a cup of milk. So whatever happens. And so let's see. Then I had about 500 milligrams of caffeine. So then this is another 260. So let's talk about your satanic slander. Let's actually go through this because this is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of your slander. And you're slandering me to other people. You're slandering me. You're slandering myself. You're slandering me in terms of you slandering yourself. And there's no proof for your claim, but I have proof that I've done my work for the last 5+ years. Juan nor anybody else did my work. No, Juan nor did anybody else do my work. You've been making these claims for the last 3 years and you never sued me. How could Juan or anybody else, and Juan is my brother if you don't know who that is, have access to my Drive accounts and or other computer hardware and or services, software services? I do not share credentials with them, and I have proof that I never did. My work took a lot of time to do. Juan doesn't have time in his own life with his job, personal responsibilities, free discretionary time. I have direct and circumstantial evidence that I did my work going back years. And when necessary, I always properly cited research sources and wherein I surmised the research and came up with my own ideas. If you falsely manufacture evidence and bear false witness, I will call expert witnesses in cross-examination to review claims and evidence. Yeah, this has been on my website for like the past 2 months or something. Let me see when I first wrote this. Yep, so about approximately two months and a week or 2 weeks. Almost 2 months and 2 weeks, a little bit less. I'll call expert witnesses in cross-examination to review claims and evidence by all parties as a pro se defendant, as well as cross-examine your witnesses who bear false witness and falsely manufactured evidence. I have proof that I have not communicated or collaborated with the claimant false witnesses for years, and this is a civil and legal suppression campaign to prevent justice and restoration of my constitutionally protected liberties. I am very proficient in forensic analysis, so I'll provide my own truthful testimony and evidence in cross-examination under the penalty of the consequences of perjury. And that's true, because I'm not going to lie underneath the penalty of the consequences of perjury, even though there might be some discretion for stress and whatever else, because that's not only a crime, but it can be a heinous and grievous crime in certain circumstances. And it's a penalty. It's not the force of the threat of perjury, of the consequences of perjury, because there's an explicit difference between the government using unjust force and the government penalizing somebody for violating somebody else's constitutionally protected rights. So in terms of what I'm saying there is that a lot of critics of governments like to say that the government uses unjust force, but the government that exists, at least in the United States of America, is via the consent of the governed, and everyone agreeing to one another, having their rights constitutionally protected in terms of realpolitik and realistic notions that the law holds water and the law means something to everybody. So the government is not unjustly using force. The government is protecting the public at large. So, and that's because they're getting tax monies and they're being upheld. They're being upheld by the realistic consequences of not following the law. I'm very proficient in forensic analysis. Trying to get some water. I'm not going to play any more music. I'm going to go back to playing the game. I'm very proficient in forensic analysis, so I will also provide my own truthful testimony and evidence in cross-examination under the penalty of the consequences of perjury. My Dell E7270 laptop, old desktop computer, and hard drives were either stolen by my neighbor adjacent to my apartment at 203rd Street or illegally procured by the Elizabeth Police Department after I barricaded myself because of extreme torture and duress and the unreasonable request of the Elizabeth Police Department in leaving me alone for not doing anything wrong. As a matter of fact, I'll pull that up here too, in terms of what they did to me. Basically, they came to my apartment for a noise complaint, and they sent 25 SWAT team members fully loaded with guns, shotguns, pistols, and rifles, and laser sights, and they blew so many holes into my apartment for a noise complaint. Oh, it's not true? That is true. And what really happened was I called Edward Zuckerberg personally, and I told him the night before, knock it off and leave me alone. And then he bribed the police to come to my apartment, and they blew like 35 fucking holes into my wall. And they destroyed that public domain apartment that was owned by the federal government, because it was a federal housing project that I was living in. And I didn't do anything wrong. Come on, let's go. So this is what happened that day on, what was it, October 24th of 2023. Is this the first file? Let me see, I'm sorry. Come on, let's pull this up in the actual, what you call it, order. Okay, this is the first file. Complaint section 1, because I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. Even though my filer told me not to, I don't care. I'm going to have to do it when I leave, so whatever. John the Sheriff is testimony of the facts of events which transpired on 10/24/2023, the siege of his domicile at 203rd Street, apartment 207. The Elizabeth Police Department, New Jersey State Police, and Union County Police and other associated entities, good, come here, come do that here, I don't care, involved in the siege and destruction of my domicile at 203rd Street, apartment 207, acted extremely irrationally in their reasonable suspicion of a mental welfare check and affidavit of facts thereof. At the time of the siege, I was extremely afraid that I would be hurt extrajudicially and forced to be involuntarily detained for a long time, albeit the evidence on my YouTube channel at link number 1. We can watch it as a matter of fact. And I didn't do anything wrong. Let's just go through this. And available at the respective image down below. And timestamp 9:20 p.m. as of 11/14/2023. Written at Cornerstone Behavioral Health in Berkeley Heights, Union County, New Jersey. Might perpetuate otherwise. I was acting irrationally as a function of being raped and tortured by Mark Zuckerberg, as is exhibited in Exhibits A and B, respectively, and associates, therefore, and this in conjunction of the totality of the circumstances, made my behavior extremely irrational. I should have, in hindsight, perhaps not been scared of the police and should have not barricaded myself, but the past is unitarily unchangeable in the present and in the future. I express my deepest regrets and condolences to appeal to the better nature of the jury of my justified and discretionary applicable choices on 10/24/2023 from the hours of 1 p.m. approximately up until 4:30 to 5 p.m. after the ending of the siege of my domicile and my homely abode. I have many years' worth of testimony and evidence as to how the police suspectedly had acted in collusion with Mark Zuckerberg, agents from Facebook, and other known and yet to be discovered. Let's go to the next file here. To be discovered perpetrators, accomplices, and accessories after the fact to harass me personally and detain me numerous times for doing nothing wrong. Please review the evidence in the attached complaint addendum as to the relevancy of my evidence and claims thereof. Let me just check this train to make sure that it's okay. You know what? Let's go here. I need to make sure. I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. You think I'm going to forgive you, but I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. If you think that I'm going to forgive you at any point from now until forever, whenever, wherever, however, whatever, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to forgive you. Okay. In the siege and destruction of my domicile, the police sent a numerous amount of SWAT team personnel pointing rifles and guns at me for doing nothing wrong. Their alleged reasonable suspicion affidavit constituted three major claims, being primarily: 1. I had harassed and threatened some anonymous victim. The police did not provide any proof of who this victim was to me or Trinitas, which involuntarily detained me against my will for approximately 19 days. Number 2, my father had complained to numerous agencies as well as the police that I was abusing alcohol, even though I was above the age of consent to consume alcohol by law, which is 21 years of age. I was born on July 2nd, 1993, and I am currently, at this point in time, 30 whole integer units old. There was a noise complaint by one of my neighbors, but there was no official cease and desist notice from the Housing Authority of Elizabeth, New Jersey, wherein the Housing Authority is the landlord of the federally subsidized housing project at 203rd Street, apartment 207, wherein I resided. I had been deprived of my home, potential livelihood for an indeterminate period as a function of my involuntary detainment, and by proxy by the actions of Mark Zuckerberg et al., as well as the police forces in New Jersey generally. Even though I have been canvassing Elizabeth on foot, by phone, and by Indeed.com applications for a local or remote job, and I almost lost my life for doing relatively nothing wrong. I am seeking an honest judgment by a jury of the Police Forces Council, police forces, and generally peers thereof, which will be rehabilitative, exonerative, as well as vindicative towards the unjustly abused plaintiff, John Cravel Sheriff, myself. As of 11/15/2023, some 3+ weeks after the initial events, the police have still failed to establish lines of communication with the plaintiff. His domicile has not been repaired. He has not been legally evicted. The plaintiff's laptop, main tower, computer, phone, headphones, and other miscellaneous properties have either been stolen by the residents, or the police have seized such properties and failed to notify the plaintiff that such properties have been seized against the plaintiff's constitutionally Fourth Amendment protected right against unreasonable and unwarranted, literally via proviso of the courts via search, arrest, and seizure warrants, as well as many other numerous complaints that will be addressed in the court in passing. Presumably, the residents of 203rd Street, apartment 208, have been unable to live in their apartment as well. The plaintiff is predicting that he will be blamed for what he did, for what the police did to the plaintiff, as well as the residents of apartment 208, 203rd Street, Elizabethport, New Jersey, zip code 07206. I wish to not be an excessive drain to the taxpayers. Let me get some caffeine. The state of New Jersey, the police forces of New Jersey, and citizens of New Jersey. So this is as to why I've chosen to limit my restitution amount to $5 million that I'm asking for. And I'm going to sue you in court because this is still within the statute of limitations. I don't care. When I get out of here, I'm going to sue you. My dad doesn't want me to while I'm here, but I'm going to sue you when I get out of here. I'm probably going to take the dog with me because he can't take care of the dog, and I'm going to abandon my father as well. So I'm going to change my last name. I'm never going to talk to you again. The average person is in 2023 only makes approximately $2.2 million in a lifetime on average. After taxes, if I win this lawsuit or both suits against the police forces of New Jersey and Trinitas Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Hospital, respectively or inclusively, I shall have quite a lot of money to support myself for a long time. I simply wish not to be a superfluous drain of the people of New Jersey and or W.J. Barnabas Trinitas as a function of pursuing justice as a necessity. And that's one lawsuit. And I've got another one against you too for what you did to me in August, on August 31st, up until September 19th or whatever. September 17th. Let me see. Because it was 21 days. Let me look at that. So 19th, yes, correct. 20 days, 19th or 20th. Yeah, it's the 19th, yeah, I remember. So from the 31st to the 19th, I was illegally detained again for doing nothing wrong. And I can even show you that later, but my father doesn't want me to because he doesn't want me to bother the police or whatever. I'm going to respect him. But even if the police come, I could care less. I could care less. I don't give a fuck about you or your corrupt law. Go kill yourself. The only person you serve is Mark Zuckerberg. But you're gonna get the shock of your life soon when the polity revolts against you because you're part of a genocide. You're part of a genocide. You're part of sex trafficking children, and basically almost 98% of your police forces are a bunch of pedophiles. They're part of a genocide. They're criminals in office, and that's it. I don't want to be tortured by you, and neither does the polity. So good, make my day. I could care less if you want to use the actual due process of law against me, because I'm going to make you look fucking cross-eyed and fucking mentally retarded, and your interrogatories, your illegal interrogatories, and in court, and I'm going to make you look like you're a fucking idiot. And your sorry, I'm not going to forgive you. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. Apparently, there's not 334 million people in this country. Let's see the current United States population. So I'm going to make an argument for you. Let's see, what's the current population? Let's look. 337 million people. Apparently, there's not approximately 337 million people, but the only person who gets justice, who uses the police as human shields, as hostages, also as mercenaries, as hitmen, as bodyguards, and as personal servants and slaves, is Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. But these 337 million people, they don't have rights. They don't have liberties. They don't have property. They don't have feelings. They don't have emotion. They don't have money. They don't have any realistic rights. Only Mark Zuckerberg does. But if you think that, you're delusional, and you're going to get a reality check. You should have never done that against me and everybody else. I don't give a fuck if you're the police or not. You're going to get a reality check. And somehow you don't have the common sense to think, gee, I'm going to get in trouble for this realistically. Why am I doing this? Why did you do that? Are you retarded? You're dumb. You're in 4. Well, you're not mentally retarded. I mean, somebody with an IQ of 104 can easily make rational judgments about things that are not going to make sense. But more importantly, you work for the police. Don't you understand that crime doesn't pay? Shouldn't you understand that? Why are you criminals in office? Are you fucking retarded? So, if any of these false claimants bear false witness against me, I will counter-refute with arguments no, I'm not going to forgive you, by elimination and indirect logical inference as to the absurdity of not suing me or claiming publicly that I stole their intellectual property for 3+ years in a row. I will counter-sue false witnesses and claimants for pecuniary fiduciary restitution for slandering my good name, violating my rights, abusing me, and participating as accessories after the fact. And no, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. An illegal and civil suppression campaign depriving me of my constitutionally protected rights. You've been cherry-picking my testimony against me while maintaining 3 contradictory positions at the same time. These are a bunch of things that I've written down as notes because you've been slandering me this way for years, and it doesn't make sense. You've been saying you cannot recover for secondary hypogonadism, and you here, as John LaSharis, is the subject of reference, and that you abuse steroids, therefore you are hypogonadal and you never recovered, which is my testimony that you used against me, which doesn't make sense. All of your testimony is invalid because you have schizophrenia and you are not competent. You are delusional and you are incoherent. Only some things you say are true, even though we have no proof of your our cherry pick claims against you, while everything is delusional and schizophrenic and unreliable at the same time. The previous arguments were also used for the rest of my evidentiary testimony against Mark Zuckerberg and his associates. And here's a bunch of random notes. Instead of lean in, Cheryl Shipbergsberg should have been called fuck off. Dr. Cynthia Wass is actually Dr. Shitty Asswad, and once he leaves prison, he will have one of 3 options. Excuse me, I'm talking. Excuse me, I'm talking! He will have one of 3 options, because his license will be revoked. He will either be 1, cleaning toilets for a living, 2, flipping burgers at McDonald's, or 3, going back to Old Delhi in India and shitting in the street there. So the push start is an Indian dot, the pole start is a Muslim turban, and the crank start is a sewage black box in the forehead of Jews. And the extra assembly and the cost is required. And when you put the crank in there and crank it, a viper pops out. So you got the push start, you got the pull start, and you got the crank start. You never seen this before? But a little extra cost is involved. A little extra cost is involved. So this is the crank start. You got to put a crank in there and crank it. So you got the push start. I'll show you the push start. Oh, it's offensive? Then maybe you shouldn't stereotype yourself. So look, there's the push start. And I came up with that new one because that was a joke for a long time. So you got the pull start there. You got to pull it, and then here you got to push it to start, push, pull, and then this one requires a little extra assembly. You got to put the crank in there and then crank it. You guys should have to pay to start that one, because the other ones you can just push or pull, but that one costs a little bit more money because you got to put the crank in, crank it up, and then to start it up, and then a Viper pops out. It's like a little jack in the box. So you got the push start, pull start, and then now you got the crank start. If Sergey, whatever, we already talked about this. If you already know the future and you're not a satanic deceiver retard, why don't you just take the information from the future into the present and do nothing? They keep insinuating that I don't know how to do basic math, but that's not true either. I learned algebra, statistics, pre-calculus, calculus, and much more advanced mathematical subjects later in terms of pragmatic applied mathematics. And conveniently enough, here's my my transcript from the McNair Academic. They didn't put my mom's name correctly there, though. Her name is not Joan, it's Rejane, Rejane. I don't know why they have that there. My cumulative GPA was an 87.56, which is approximately like a 3.5 or whatever. But that's mostly because of like gym class or whatever, in terms of the weights, which doesn't make sense. And also, I didn't do so well in gym class because I forgot my clothes all the time. So I should have got a better grade in gym class, but I used to forget my clothes and my shoes all the time. I didn't do so well in geometry, but I was doing fairly well in geometry and chemistry, like for the first two marking periods. But I got severely depressed in school because I used to have major depressive disorder, and I wasn't really focusing or concentrating that well. I did well in history, but I didn't fail anything. And the only reason I got a 70 in Spanish, even though I did well, was because my teacher didn't like me. And I didn't even make fun of her or anything. She just didn't like me, and she gave me a bad grade, even though I did well. I got a 72 in trigonometry, but it doesn't make sense because in physics we use trigonometry, and I did better in physics. But also in trigonometry, I was not in the right state of mind, but I'm much better at trigonometry now. Algebra 2, I did okay in algebra 2. And I had an IQ of around, I don't know, probably about 107 or 108 at this point, but it was not extremely high. So let's see here. English at an 85, Spanish at 84. Oh, this transcript is not true. Well, I have pictures and videos going back to when I used to go to high school there. So whatever you're talking about is slander. And I can pull up those pictures too. It's slander. And I can show you the evidence. The only person that you're slandering is yourself, retard. So pre-calculus in 81, AP stats in 82. I wish I would have done better in AP stats because a lot of the formula memorization was hard. I didn't do so well in the AP test because I got like a 1 on it because I wasn't focusing clearly, and they didn't give us a formula sheet or anything. And the questions were like almost 4 paragraphs long. I was like, what the fuck is this? In my other classes, I did okay. And web design, 84. Forensics, I got an 86. CBA, I got a 90. And I'll pull up the pictures of me in high school and the video of me in high school. There's one video on YouTube that I have. It was a girls' project. It was a group project. But they asked me to be in the video with my friend Dimitri. I really didn't want to do so. It's a little embarrassing, but whatever. Okay. I'm not going to play the audio because this is awkward. This is awkward, but there's proof. I have more proof too. I don't know how much proof you want because what you're claiming doesn't make sense. This is awkward. I don't remember exactly where it is in this video, but you'll see me and my friend Dimitri. Oh, there you go. So who is this guy exactly? Who is John Lasharis if he never went to McNair Academic? Ever. I go, that's me. That was me when I was 15 years old in my dress uniform. It's my friend Dimitri. Oh, can you see it? All right. So who's that exactly? Who is John Lasharis if I didn't go to that high school? You're a scam, faggot! You're a scam, faggot! And we'll pull up evidence that Mark Zuckerberg is a fucking Rothschild Habsburg Baal Shem scam going back 1,200 years. You're a Jewish scam, faggot! Oh, it's my WordPress, not in my Google Photos. Let's pull it up. It's here. Oh, it's in my other account. Oh, there's nothing salacious here, so I can show you that. Hopefully, let me just double check. Let me just double check and make sure. Oh, other account, sorry. This is my backup, and I have other numerous backups. And you've been saying the exact same shit for years. You're a scam, faggot! I'm just double checking that there's nothing obscene here that I would get pulled off YouTube for. But my entire Google Drive backup is public, and my WordPress backups are on my Google Drive too, so I could care less. You can look at the exact same thing that I'm looking at anyway. I'm not going to forgive you. If you think I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. Let's pull this up. Can you open, please? I know. Also in the preview. I don't like this. I don't like this WordPress shit. I can just download the backup too. Let's just do that. Let's just export it. I don't know how to. I'm about to do it right now. I have it on my Google Drive too, don't I? Let me see. Media. This the one. Oh, it's my other WordPress backup. I gotta put this one on my Google Drive, but I have it. Okay. That's my email. I don't have a lot of space on my Google Drive, so I can just put the link there as a matter of fact. So whatever. They put on whatchamacallit, Meta Drive or whatever. Mega Upload. I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. You think I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not going to. Oh, sure. Okay, let's just save it as a different file. I think this is the one, right? Or is that another one? Let me see. That's my current one, I think. It's my current website. And that's just the HTML and CSS data. Okay, whatever. I'll pull it up here. What's the email for this account? I don't remember. I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. Okay, what? Did I run out of space here? Yep, I did. So it's not going to send it there. Let me just change my email address here. Yeah, Proton Mail is a piece of shit because I'm already using that. Proton Mail is a piece of shit because this doesn't have that much storage for a free account. So I don't want to show you my information because then you're gonna hack my account. Or if you can, you know how to. Not even Facebook knows how to, so you're supposed to be experts. You're scams at that. I'm better at doing that than you are, but I'm not a malicious piece of shit, so Oh, it's going to download the file. Oh, okay. The export for the content's going to my email, but the media library is going to my thing. So I'll just show you because I don't want to go through it on WordPress because there's a lot of media. I can just easily scan it or easily just go on it and easily look through it on my computer. So let's give that a little bit of time. So then I'll show you other proof that I want to make an academic. So you already looked at that. I was never a prodigal genius at all. When I was 5 years old, I could barely spell my name, and I struggled learning the alphabet. I didn't know how to tie my shoes until I was 13 years old. And that's true. Even though you think it's embarrassing, I used to wear little strap shoes because I didn't know how to. Mark Zuckerberg and his associates are insinuating that we, my father João and I, are squatters in Kathleen Sharris's rent's former house her parents built for her and her family in 1954. My father and Katie married, and this is personal business. I shouldn't even tell you about this, but you've been slandering me and you've been violating my father's rights and my rights, so I have the necessary duty to do so. My father and Katie married in 2005 and were married until 2022 until they got divorced. Is my microphone working? Okay, good. Now let me check the live stream. Just give me 1 second. Okay, sir. Yep, I did. Dollars completing. So they got divorced. My father helped pay the mortgage for 17 years and invested $50,000 to $60,000 of his own hard-earned money into improving the house and increasing its equity. He paid for bills for years until Katie had lost her job for 9 years in a row. For 9+ years, Kathleen Rentz, who was Lasharis at the time when she was married to my father, paid no mortgage payments, no utility payments, no property tax payments, and my dad was even paying for her cost of living expenses. My dad divorced Katie when he caught her cheating on him and forced her out of the house after delinquency on years of bills, mortgage and tax payments, and infidelity. My father also found out that Kathleen Rentz had done the exact same thing her sister Donna Rentz did. Embezzle money, because Donna Rentz was an accountant too, embezzle money as an accountant for her homewrecker boyfriend, and my father caught her. Kathleen Rentz never took my dad to court because she probably would have lost, and she would have lost a lot more money too. And she would have been criminally held accountable for that too. And she was for the embezzlement. So I don't know why she didn't go to jail. She should have gone to prison actually, but I don't know. That's beyond my scope. I don't really know too much about that. My father secured a loan to refinance this house that we're in now, and now it's in his possession. This is all private information that is not publicly available, and Mark Zuckerberg is violating my family's rights and contacting banks and stealing our private information against our will and violating our Fourth Amendment constitutional protections, and he is slandering us. So let me open up this WordPress document. It's our WordPress file. Get the export. Oh, I don't know how. I just showed you how. The only person you're slandering is yourself, retard. Am I going to forgive you? No. If you think I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. Nope. Okay, I need to see if there's anything salacious here because I don't remember anything that would get me taken off of whatchamacallit, YouTube. So let me just check. Wow, this is really slowing down my computer. All right, let's just let it load. We'll go through a bunch of these pictures as a matter of fact. Now it's a little awkward, but I guess people are awkward when they're growing up anyway, so that's just common for people growing up. Let's look at them one at a time. But let me just make sure that there's nothing salacious here. Okay. If you want to go through my entire family history, I guess we can. My father and I, we had a little treasure chest thing. I don't know if he even has it here. I think he probably threw it out, full of old photos. And then I took pictures of them because I didn't have a scanner. So I just took pictures of them and I saved them with my phone. So we'll go through a few of these. I don't want to go through all of them because I can just put them on my website. I don't care. I'm just going to the ones that are relevant, but you can see them. I'll just show them right now. So, like this one was in Brazil. That's Christ the Redeemer. Let's pull it up there. So I can just do that quickly. Oh, it's me, my shirt off in Brazil. Okay. I don't care. You want to see it? I don't care. I don't have the best body, but whatever. I was having a good time. I was at the hotel right by the pool. This is me in my kindergarten graduation, looking like a blues brother. I was 5 years old. I was very happy. Here's my dad when he used to live at 146 Sherman Avenue. Oh, my entire life is fake. Then where the fuck are these photos coming from, faggot? I forgot where we went here. I think we went to what's that place called? No, not Wildwood. The Meadowlands. I believe this is the Meadowlands. I guess I was 5 years old, 4 years old, something like that. Here's me when I used to have long hair when I was 13 years old. It's my graduation picture. That was an awkward time. When I was 13, I was awkward. Here I'm smoking a Cohiba cigar that my friend gave me. Isaiah's. This is when I used to live at Clark Place. Here's a picture of me in my house, 146 Sherman Avenue. And let me pull it up actually. This is a little awkward too. I guess I was 14 years old. Yep, that was my ID. Nope, that's slander again. There's me at my 8th grade graduation with my dad. No, my dad is not Mexican. He's tan-skinned because he's Brazilian. And his mother was. His father was light-skinned. I can even show you my grandfather, Orlando. But my father is basically of European descent. And so was my grandfather. He's from Spain. And so was my great-grandfather, as a matter of fact. Let's pull up some more pictures here. This is me in 2012 or 2011, I think 2011, before I took steroids. Here's me at my kindergarten graduation. And I was a very big kid. I was much bigger than everyone else in my kindergarten class. That's me right there. I was 5 years old. Here's me making a fucking retarded hand sign. This is 8th grade. I forgot exactly what we were doing that day. That was a long time ago. This is the first day of 8th grade. It's awkward. I had grown out my hair for a long time. Here's me outside of 55 Water Street when I was working at Premium Merchant Funding as a financier. This was, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. 5 years ago and 4 months ago. I don't remember this exact day. I forgot. I think this was like the 15th or the 16th of July. Here's me in an Uber going to my job. Here's me at the Newark gas station. I don't know, I got a bunch of random pictures. I'll put this I'll put this in a link on my mega.nz account because I don't have space in my Google Drive and I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to give Google money. Go fuck yourself. Let's see. Hopefully there's nothing salacious here. Let me just double check because I'm not going to go through this. Let me just double check. And then I'll show you a picture of my grandfather, Orlando. Oh, here's another picture of me. This is my first day of school at McNair Academic. And you're claiming that I never went there, but I did. This is where I used to live at 146 Sherman Avenue. I'm not going to forgive you. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. It's my first day of school. There's me. I looked a little awkward back then. I guess I physically changed too, especially after taking steroids. If you take anabolic steroids, you become more masculine in terms of your features. So you can clearly tell that I look different. But also I've grown up too. So I was 14 years old then. So that was 17 years ago. My old house. First day of school. So let's get a picture of my grandfather. And that's it. I really don't care about anything else because I'm just going to upload this to Google Drive anyway. Let's see here. This is all mixed up because it's not properly formatted. On my WordPress website, it was properly formatted from 3 years ago. Here's my dog Max. She died in 2011 or 2012. She was 15 years old. She was such a good dog. She was a Border Collie German Shepherd mix, and she was very good, a very good dog. So, she's sleeping. Riley's sleeping in her bed. Max was a very good dog. She was very responsive. She was very obedient. She wasn't an attack dog though. She loved everyone. But I didn't train her as an attack dog. I trained Riley as an attack dog. Riley is very vicious. If you try and hurt me, Riley will fucking kill you. But Max is much more docile. But she was also more responsive and listening, training. No, I don't use corporal punishment on my dog. Corporal punishment does not work. It doesn't work on human beings. It doesn't work on animals. And it's very malicious. It only hurts people and it only hurts animals. So corporal punishment is the worst way to go. It's only necessary for justice if it's justified and if it's well regulated. Corporal punishment only fosters resentment and hurts people and dogs too, animals. Corporal punishment does not help anyone. And here was my 8th grade picture. Oh, no, this is a different class. I'm sorry. That was Mr. Monagle's class, but I'll show you if you want to see. This is Academy 1. This is not my class. I was in room 310 in 8th grade, but this is Joseph Monagle. His name Joseph, I think Daniel. I'm sorry, Daniel Monagle. And his surname is very rare. If you look up his surname, he's like one of 3 people around the world with that surname. So who are you? It's a very rare surname. Daniel Monagle. Why am I doing this? You're the one who's been torturing me for 24 hours a day for years and gave me artificial schizophrenia. And you're the one who's involved in a worldwide genocide. Why are you asking me why I'm doing this? I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. Well, I'm just going to upload this anyway, so if you want to look at it, it doesn't matter to me. Oh, here's my grandfather. Oh, he died. As a matter of fact, this is my grandfather and my brother. So, it's my grandfather, Orlando. So apparently my father must be Mexican, even though my grandfather was white skinned. And my father is pretty much European anyway, and he's not Mexican. And I don't know, Brazilian, I guess. But then my grandfather came from Spain. Well, his father came from Spain, but he was born in Brazil. That's my grandfather, Orlando Lacheras, and that's my brother, Juan. I guess he must have been 9 years old. I guess I was 2 or 3 years old. No, 9. I was 3 years old at the time. That was my grandfather, Orlando. He died tragically, though. He had a heart attack, and he was in an ambulance in Brazil. And the ambulance got into an accident, and my grandmother and grandfather both died in an accident. And he died in that accident, too. So, unfortunate. It's not your business, but whatever. It's life. It just happens. Not my fault. So, nope. That doesn't make sense. Here's my mother when she used to work for Chanel, the fragrance company or whatever. This is their, I believe this is one of their residences. This is a very famous painting, by the way. This was, I believe, a painting from the French Revolution. My mother used to be an assistant and a maid for the people at the Chanel family, but then she stopped working for them, and then she started working for the post office. I went to their condominium once and played video games, but I don't want to associate with you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't even know why my mother worked for you. You should know better than that. You should have known better than that a long time ago. to not associate with people like that. I never want to talk to anybody from that family ever. Even if you remember me or my mother, I don't. You don't have a good reputation. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And I have the freedom of association. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't care if you remember me or my mother or I at all. Don't call me. Don't harass me because I'm going to trace you and dox you and block you. I don't want to have anything to do with you at all. Nope. I do not have to forgive you, and I won't. All right. I think that's a lot of proof, right? So how much more proof do you want? This shit has already been on their website for 3+ years anyway. And the only person that you're fucking slandering is yourself, retard. As a matter of fact, let's go on my Mega account and upload that and then post in my Google Drive, which is public anyway. I might have to take some documents out there because it's my father's personal business. But then again, those documents are not really relevant anyway because they're like documents from dependable auto shippers and his private contractor. What was that guy's name? Some Greek guy he used to work for as a truck driver, a car carrier. And those documents don't have any relevant information anyway, but that's not any of your business, but whatever. I could care less. What's my password? I don't remember. I'll just make a new account because it's kind of irrelevant anyway. I forgot my email, so let's make a new account. My email and password. Nope, not gonna forgive you. Nope. Do I already have an account with this one? I don't remember. I know it has nothing to do with Rome to the war, but I don't care. This will just be more evidence. But then it's already been on my website anyway. But you're fucking harassing me over and over again. I guess they're not the same. Nope. Are they? Nope. Oh, I didn't check the box here. Sorry. Do I already have an account with this one? Oh, I already do. I'm just picking. I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. I know this has nothing to do with Rome Total War. I don't care. It's not your live stream. If you don't want to watch it, then go watch something else. Nope. It's not going to happen. You think it's going to happen, but it's not. Let's just upload this because I don't have space in my Google Drive, so I'll just put links to this. I don't care. And let me rename this for convenience sake so you know what it is. Let me put the date and time here just for convenience sake. cool. Nope, not going to forgive you. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, you're delusional. It's going to take a little while because this upload speed is shit. So whatever. I'll put the link in my Google Drive when it's done. Do I have anything else to share? Yep, I'm going to keep going to this. Even though I'm an American citizen, I don't care if this has something to do with Rome to the War. If you don't want to watch this, then you'll watch something else. With no criminal record or misdemeanors, nor does anyone have any evidence against me of any crimes. Zuckerberg has contacted the Income Revenue Service that they're trying to get law enforcement to judicially and extrajudicially detain me against my will via illegal and inadmissible evidence procured through an illegal wiretap on my phone. If the United States government is committing a genocide, is corrupt, and can only service Mark Zuckerberg and his select few, we have a right to revolt in a civil war against the government. I am not the only victim of extreme justice, but the entire world populace is in danger. Arrest me if you will, because I will win, because I have inculpatory evidence against as my own legal counsel. If you want my life, then come here and take it. Oh, I can't, and I will. Public defender, I'm going to speak in court until you duct tape my mouth. I'm going to tell my public defender, shut the fuck up. I'll represent myself, faggot. Oh, I can, and I will. And in court, you're going to have to duct tape my mouth. Let me get more coffee. I don't care if you think that I can't. Whatever you think is irrelevant to me. Like upstairs. When I'm like, I'll be right back, honey. Ronnie, stay. I'll be right back. It's okay. If you want to come, you can come. Want to come? Let's go. Fine. Oh, let me see one. Well, you're very injured, aren't you? Need to rest, okay? Riley sprained herself. I told her not to do it because I knew she was going to do it. I told her not to. Dog. Important proof I need to establish that. I do not hurt anybody, and I do not hurt my dog. He was sprinting in the backyard and she hurt herself. You're a legal wiretap, faggot. And that's makes me strange. Not all of animal control the police are listen. Mark worship previous. You're delusional, faggot. You don't have jack shit for proof. And you've been saying the exact same shit for the last 3+ years. You're a satanic retard. I'm gonna go on my Twitter and make fun of you even further when I get on bed. I'm gonna go through all the shit you talk about. And you're a scam artistry. You're a scam, faggot! Now, you wanna go outside? Oh, no. Move. I have to take it after right, so yeah. I'm gonna mute the microphone so you not even good slander. He's the only person he's slandering is himself. Because you sound mentally retarded, Mark Zuckerberg. You can't even say it to my face, faggot. You want to know why? Because you can't come right. You got fucking vampire teeth, fucked up jaw, blotchy ass skin. You're 5'2". I have like 300 pounds of you. And then you got a fucking hook nose. You're an inbred piece of shit. So you can never say it to my face. Because you can't come right. I don't know how you're going to fix that. You can't do a lot of genetic engineering. You got to do a lot of surgery to fix that. How are you going to come right exactly? How? Yeah. I think Then why are they going to run away if they can abduct him? But then again, what are you going to abduct a mentally retarded schizophrenic guy for anyway? Doesn't make sense. I don't know. Sounds like you're slandering yourself. If you're not slandering me, sounds like you're slandering yourself. You know. Tell me more about this abuse, animal abuse. Tell me more about that. You're a fucking inbred hillbilly retard. Oh shit. Well, I don't want your help. There's nothing that you can offer me that I'm interested in. I've already got shit in my asshole and trash in my trash can. I'm good. Maybe you should go call the trash man. You might be interested. It's slander. I already have shit in my asshole and trash in my trash can. What you're offering to me is not something that I'm interested in. Thanks, but no thanks. Maybe you should call the trash man and go find the shit that comes out of your asshole or the trash in your trash can. But I'm not interested. I've already got shit in my asshole and trash in my trash. I'm good. Come in. Come in. It's fine. My dad likes how much to fight. I'm gonna change it a little bit. Right now I'm just busy. That's it. Riley, come on. There you go. What are you talking about? Because I can have sex without you. That's not enough. I already have shit in my asshole and trash in my trash can. I'm good. I'm not interested. Go call the trash man. I'm not interested. Go call the trash man. Let's pull more, let's pull up more of your scam artistry. Pull up your scam artistry. And that fucking cringy ass faggot. You're one of your engineers, Farouz Abedimejad. You're a cringy ass faggot. Yeah, it's my first day writing a computer program on this fucking blog. You're a faggot, loser. You're a faggot. You're a Muslim faggot. But thanks for telling me the truth about your faggot queer boss, Mark Zuckerberg. This is not involving Mark Zuckerberg, but I pulled the shit out of Pfizer 4 years ago. The people at Pfizer must be fucking mentally retarded too. Clearly, you must be. Your CEO is a trash man. You run a trash company, so it's trash pharmaceuticals. You've been injecting trash into people for the last 3+ years. You've been injecting garbage into people. That's killing people. That's what you're doing. So basically, your CEO is a trash man. And not even a very good trash man, because at least most trash people actually have a life to live, and they actually help the community. You don't help people at all. You just dump trash on people's life. You're a bad trash man. I could search, but you're censoring me on the search, so whatever. Well, I could download a backup, but then your shit at website x.com takes hours to get a backup. So I'm just gonna scroll down until I get there. And Mark Zuckerberg thinks that I didn't know that was his account, John Zuck. You think I'm stupid? You're retarded, faggot. I'm not your friend. Go kill yourself, faggot. Go kill yourself, faggot. We had here how many hours? 4, almost 3.5. I took another 25 milligrams of ephedrine, and I got another 260 milligrams of caffeine. And then I took another 120 milligrams of Picarin and another 30 milligrams of Imposetine. Yes. Vetoed, overruled. I'm not interested in your offer of free garbage or free shit. I already have trash in my trash can, and I already have shit in my intestines. Go call the trash man and ask him if he's interested. Go bother your gay sex slaves that like it. Shoo, go away. And here's your pamphlet on trash. This is all a bunch of trash. I don't like it. I don't need it. I'm good. I have trash. Das befrettet. I can't even read that. Anthem. Illuminaten. Der Illuminaten mit Agen, Weinen, Graden und Einleitungen. Rassengruben von Adam Weishaupt. Das Blutsch von der Gossisch. Kaffert. Ik fiets en vetten, Curtis Rico, Paterne. The non-tenuate madness, Damen, Max's office, which is a bunch of duplicitous bullshit. My pronunciation's not so good, but whatever. It's trash. I don't want to read garbage. I'm not interested. I already have trash in my trash can and shit in my asshole. I'm good. Listen, overruled. Listen, Zach, man, if I ever ended up working for you, you'd end up being my bitch. What are you going to do? Pay me in cigarettes? There we go. Peter, overruled. Mark Zuckerberg is a scamberg. So let's pull this up. Mark Zuckerberg sucks at coding now. Mark Zuckerberg isn't the coding whiz that he used to be. When he was young and not rich, he would put himself through coding marathon sessions, banging out lines like Lohan, written by Casey Chan. For that, it's true. I saw it in The Social Network. No more, though. He doesn't code much nowadays, and when he does, he sucks. According to a story in the New York Magazine about young programmers, Zuckerberg stays away from the code, probably because he has better things to worry about, like the privacy of Facebook users. Farouz Abedinejad, former Facebook intern and creator of YouTube Instant, told New York Magazine, "What? As the group's team was adding the finishing touches to its product, Zuckerberg said he wanted to write a few lines of code. Everybody was like, oh, Zuck's gonna write code," says Farouz. Someone set up an easy bug for him to fix, adding a link to a picture or something, and he went to work. 5 minutes passed, 20 minutes, an hour. It took him like 2 hours to do something that would take one of us who's an engineer like 5 minutes. I can see the whole scene. Sweat dripping down his face, hoodie loosening, face flushing, panic, pain, ulcer causing stress. My soldiers are staring at me, judging me, leaving me for Google, he must have been thinking. Then some lowly nice guy tells him, "Oh, it's okay, Mark. You don't have to finish this. We'll just put it on the new guy." He screams back, "If you invented Facebook, you would have invented Facebook," and then storms away into the arms of Justin Timberlake. End scene. So what was he asking him to do? This. He was asking him to put an href link into an image source reference for the directory of the image source in HTML. He was asking him to write this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of code where you're putting an href link into the image source reference for the directory thereof. And that took you 2 hours to do. Here's your href anchor. Here's the closing anchor. Here, this is concerning any HTML code. But this takes your engineers 5 minutes. This took Mark Zuckerberg 2 hours to do. You're a scam, faggot! You never programmed jack shit! And I'll put links in there. Oh, it's in top chat. Yep. Never wrote 10,000 lines of code in 2 weeks. You never wrote Synapse. You never wrote Zucknet. Your entire life is a Balsham Habsburg Rothschild scam, and you're a child molester that kills people. You're a piece of shit, faggot. I don't have time to go with this. This is already on my Twitter, so whatever. You're a scam, faggot. You're a scam, faggot! You're a Jewish scam, as if being Jewish isn't a scam enough within and of itself. You're a Jewish scam, faggot! If someone claims to be a machine learning HTML, PHP, this is what ChatGPT said, CSS, C++, C Sharp, assembly, and general programming expert, but cannot write these lines of code in terms of sublinking an image to an href link or calling the image source designator in HTML to an HTML redirect for the directory in 5 minutes or 2 hours. This is a question I asked ChatGPT. Should you be skeptical of this person's claims that they ever programmed or that they were a genius programmer? And ChatGPT said, yes, you should be skeptical of someone who's claiming to be an expert, et cetera, but cannot do this. And this is a fundamental skill that even novice web developers learn from early on. This is straightforward and should take a few minutes, if not less, to write or explain. If someone struggles with this task or needs an unreasonable amount of time, like hours, to figure it out, it raises concern about their understanding of even the most elementary aspects of web development. You're a scam, faggot! And here, this is from my ChatGPT account. I'm going to upload, because I already uploaded the backups to my Google Drive anyway, but I have new chats in there. You said, counter this with a real bug, and this is what I said, in C++ concerning an example of a complex subroutine involving any example of structures, objects, conditional statements, arrays, pointers, loops, etc. Then provide a counterexample of a complex bug which must be remediated in terms of a dense subroutine. And whatever, we run over this. That's not a particularly hard one either. Then I said, provide an example of a complex subroutine bug that must be fixed. Like, I can go on my ChatGPT account. Sure, I can show you. You're a scam, faggot! This is my account. It doesn't show me here. It shows me on mobile though. I want to show you that's my account. I'll just log in and log out for you because it shows you on mobile on the bottom left corner. But I'll log in. It's my account. Nope, I don't share credentials with anybody. Nope, you don't have proof. You've been saying the exact same thing for the last 3+ years. Nope. And I'll make a fool out of you via my expert forensic analysis, and I'll call expert witnesses to make an even bigger fool out of you. You've been saying the exact same thing for 3+ years without any proof or countering me. You're a scam, faggot! What's the exact name of this? What was the exact date of this? October 10th. Does it say here? Nope. I have to look at this individually. Still on. That's previous 3 days. No, that was August, right? August, October 10th? October 10th. So it's one of these. Let me see. Because ChatGPT titles your conversation based off of the first thing you talk about and not your entire conversation. So I have to look at this again. Now, clearly think I'm wasting time. You're aggravating me, so I feel like talking about this. I know it has nothing to do with Rome Total. I don't care. I have plenty of time to live my life. I don't care. If you don't want to watch this, you don't have to. I'll upload the backup later. So, you can't search ChatGPT. You have to go through this manually. So, but in the I haven't even looked at the backup data yet. But I believe you have to manually parse that, or if you have a program or database program, you can do that. But I haven't looked at it, so I don't know. But I just uploaded it to my Google Drive, so whatever. Yeah, October. I got this, I believe. Yep, it's the exact same thing that I copy and pasted. And you see it. That's my account. But you're making claims that I share credentials, but I do not. And you've been saying the exact same thing for the last 3+ years. And if you were ever to try and sue me in court or whatever with false testimony and false claims, I would use my expert forensic analysis and I would go expert witnesses and I'd make you look like a cross-eyed retard, like a Kazarine hillbilly that you are. Is this the exact one? Let me see. I copy and pasted other chats, but it's here. It's here somewhere. But that was the first one. I'm gonna forgive you. Nope. Oh, the chat conversations are here. I'm sorry. The title names. I saved that too. So let's see. Let's see where I talk about you. Oh, not for this one. Whatever. I talked about this before. Let's see where it is here. I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. Is this one? Mm. It's somewhere here. I'll just export it and then you can look at it. But my account, I'm not gonna go through this over and over again because it's a bunch of slander. But if you really care, then I'll save the export for you. It's already in my Google Drive anyway. So let me look at the last export. I forgot the name of this file, but it's something like that. It has some sort of name, obviously. Check my Gmail actually. Oh, it's already ready. Okay, cool. Before it took like a few hours, but whatever. I'll download it now. I guess your servers are not so busy, so that's okay. If you're really curious, it's only 11.7 megabytes, so I have space for that. And my entire Google Drive is public, except for a few things, so whatever. And whatever's here, I'll just put that in my Google Drive anyway, so I don't care. I put my entire Google Drive into a folder for you. So I don't know what to tell you if you're skeptical. It's right there in terms of like whatever information that I want to share with you. So that's almost like the entirety of my life anyway. That's on my website too. So is there anything relevant here? I'll put all of this in there too. So whatever. New folder actually. Put the folder in there. Let me just double check and make sure that there's no personal data like credit cards or stuff. Sometimes I put that stuff in there. Just double check. Nope, that's just some random file. Food shopping templates. What's this? Oh, oh, no, this is personal credit card information. I gotta delete that. 'Cause I never save that anyway, so sorry. Good thing I double checked. Delete that. Nope, that's not your business. It's my father's credit card information. So I was helping him. Okay. Docs list. href bullshit. Oh yeah, okay, that's good too. Quora post. Annie Chan, who the fuck is that? Oh yeah, I remember that lady. Yep. My links, browser history, it's okay. About this. Yep, it's a simple comparison. Okay. Yep, ninth gate review. Arista Turkia, yep, you can look at that, I don't care. Trolling template. Link there. YouTube loop. Random file there. Well, good thing I looked because I wasn't going to share my dad's credit card information with you. But even if you did take it, my dad's not stupid. He's going to cancel the card, but that would just be a pain in the ass for him, so whatever. Okay, let's keep transferring it. I want to organize it, put it in the subfolder. As a matter of fact, let me look for other files that don't belong here. See, there's some personal stuff in here, but it's not even important to remove, so I don't care. Let me just double check and see, because I don't remember stuff like that. I don't memorize everything, so I know you think I'm wasting a lot of time. I know it has nothing to do with Rome to the War, but you were aggravating me, and I felt like dealing with it. You've been aggravating me for a long time with bullshit. Okay, all right, that's cool. About this. Did I already remove this one? I think I did. I think they're in the other folder. Sorry, just do it. You're gonna ask me to forgive you, but it's not gonna happen. Nope. Oh, I'm gonna die and then come take my life because I'm still alive, so I'm not intimidated by that. Where did my dad's files go? Did I delete those? I don't remember. Let me just look at the images because there was a bunch of images and PDFs. I'm gonna forgive you. Nope. You think I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not gonna forgive you. You know, I don't even care about the bankruptcy stuff because it's public information anyway, so whatever. And all that stuff is irrelevant. Good. It further bolsters my case, so whatever. But even the stuff from dependable auto shippers and what's his name, Spirlis, it's not relevant anyway because there's nothing really compromising or anything that's going to be vital to them anyway, so whatever. and a bunch of fucking spam. I guess it's gone now because I probably deleted it. So I probably did it a long time ago. Okay, that's fine. It's not here. Let me just search the images. Make sure. Okay. Well, I shouldn't have to do that, but they're slandering me, so they're trying to contact my friends and family and make fun of me. So secretly, so that's not going to work because what they're talking about is not even good slander. You're only slandering yourself. What would be a good example of good slander? Not slander. Something that's not doesn't slander anybody because slander is slander. It's untruthful. But your slander is not even good slander in the sense that like it makes sense at all. Basically, you're slandering yourself because you sound retarded. Well, I don't care if you're getting pissed off. I don't give a fuck. Oh, if I'm going to die, I'm still alive. So it doesn't seem like you're doing a good job. Oh, the police are getting mad. Good. Get fucking angry. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if you're angry. Good. Get even angrier. Get even more mad. I could care less. Actually, I could not even. It's not even about caring less. I don't care at all. Check my live stream. If there's anybody harassing me in here, I'm going to ban you. I don't care. If you want me to do something, I don't care because it's irrelevant to me. I'll do. Excuse me. I'm talking. I'll do what I want to do if I'm not violating anybody else's rights. That's it. Oh, I can't? I can, and I will. Oh, you don't think so? I don't care if you don't think so. That's completely irrelevant to me. This is just a waste of time. Let's see if for large files. We're already moved through most of this anyway. Let's just keep going. Bunch of random shit. Whatever. There's nothing really compromising her anyway, so I could care less. And it would have been compromising by now at this point, so I could care less. Whatever. Scam. You're a scam faggot. You're a Jewish scam. That's it. Jewish scam. That's it. So I'm not Jewish, but I know you're a scam. Look, you can tell. Can't you tell that I'm not Jewish? Look, I'll do a simple test for you where you can tell if I'm Jewish or not. Look. Oh, it's slander? No, it's not slander. Look. Am I Jewish? No, I passed the Jewish test. I'm not Jewish. Oh, I have to upload the stuff. Sorry. Am I going to forgive you? Nope. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, I will not. Oh, did I already upload it? I think I did already. I do not recall. Let's just upload it here. Put it in the public folder. Let's rename it first so you know what it is. Or at least the top part, the first part. Yep, it's all public. At least most of my Google Drive. Want me name it again because it's a little sloppy for the exact time, little timestamp. There you go. So what's not public? Well, things that I can keep private, like my dad's personal information, my personal information concerning a few things, but that's well within my right to not share with you. Anything about crimes? No, I don't commit crimes, so I don't know what you're talking about. But if you have proof, the burden of proof is on you. But I don't, so okay. Nope, you're right. I don't have anything to hide. As a matter of fact, since they started harassing me years ago, this is the exact thing that I wanted to do because I knew that they would harass me and harangue me and slander me and torture me and call me this and that. So this is the best thing I could have done. Basically, show people my entire life because I have nothing to hide. As a matter of fact, my entire life has been pretty much a lot of innocence and nothing. I did almost nothing wrong. So, and if I did do something wrong, it was never a heinous and grievous thing. There was never any grievous output towards anybody. And if I made mistakes, I did. Even if I acted recklessly, I didn't have any heinous or grievous output where anybody was hurt. I was not hurt. So on and so forth. My life was fairly normal compared to most people and still is. So I don't know what to tell you. If you're looking to hear things that you want to hear, if you're skeptical, then I don't know what to tell you because there is no criminal evidence against me. The police don't have any evidence against me. Nobody does. I don't have a criminal record. No, the same thing does not apply to Mark Zuckerberg because I have evidence against you. All right, let me go use the bathroom and get some water. I'll be right back. Am I going to forgive you? No, I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. Sorry, I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Nope. I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. I'll take my chances because I'm fighting a bunch of ignorant hillbillies. I think I'll be good. I'm fighting a bunch of ignorant, inbred hillbillies that think they control the world, but you can't even run DMC, faggot! And you're an inbred hillbilly. And your mom's dad is your sister's brother or whatever. Don't kill yourself, faggot. Can't even run DMC, faggot! Let's see. Come on. You want to go inside? Oh, that's on. What's that? Inside. Inside. Oh, I have nice things, therefore I deserve to be tortured, even though you're a duplicitous hypocrite. Because that makes sense. Yes, you have nice things, even though I'm extremely rich, Mr. Zuckerberg, and you deserve to be tortured. Right, because that makes sense. Right, because that makes sense. Hello? There we go. Right, because that makes sense. I know that I'm not playing Rome to the war. I know. Because you're bothering me, and you're harassing me. Well, it doesn't matter if I do work or not, right? Let me make sure this stuff is closed. All right, cool. Am I going to forgive you? No. If you think that I'm going to forgive you, I will not. You're delusional. Nope. You think eventually I'm going to forgive you, but I'm not going to. Nope. Relax. No, 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 no. No. Here we go. I'm just going to ignore you. I'm tired of your provocations. I'll do whatever I want.
Orders?
Oh, more hypocritical slander. Why can't you say it to my face? I know the world doesn't work that way. You want to know why? Because you're a little bitch!
Orders? Fire! General!
All right.
Sir!
Okay, let's go with this.
Prepare for battle!
What do you got? Shit. All right, cool. So we'll get the sound points. Just put some of them on the walls. They're going to stay in the town center anyways, most likely. So dogs can just kill them, and then whatever, I'll clean up the mess. I could care less. Of course it can't happen in real life, because this is a video game, retard. This is not what I would do, because it's a video game, retard. Well, you don't think so, but you're weird. You're delusional.
Await my orders!
There you go. And the game automatically puts the stat points. You don't get to choose where you put the stat points, so but this doesn't seem too bad because there's no towers there, so that's okay. These have holes on the back of the jewelry. Yep. So we're gonna have to put people on the walls so we don't get shot. It's the fastest way to the town center. This way it goes. This way. Nope. This way. Alright. So we're gonna have to capture this one and not that one. That one matters. Am I gonna forget you? Nope.
Move out!
That's it. I'm not going to less. You don't run the world. You can't even run DMC faggot. You're a constantly help. You can't even run your mouth right. You can't even fucking correctly run your mouth. You can't even run your mouth. Yeah, say it to my face, faggot. I know the world doesn't work that way. You want to know why? Because you're a little bitch.
Mercenary hoplites mercenary. Hoplites, mercenary hoplites.
I'm not gonna forget jack shit. Nope. I'm not your friend, faggot. I'm just gonna ignore you. Nope, silence is on a 4-week submission. We've been through this, Edward Zuckerberg, for 8 years and 5 days to the day, 10 days to the day. Something like that. We've been through this for 8 years and 10 days to the day.
General, units.
Nope. I'm just gonna ignore you. Here's the exact. You're saying that November 15th is the day that I forgive you. November 15th of this year and for every year afterwards is one of the exact days where I'm not gonna forgive you.
General.
The engineers are digging. Soon the walls will come crashing down with the favor of the gods.
After this, I'm done because I'm getting aggravated. So maybe I'll play for longer. I don't know. I don't care. I'm getting really aggravated. No shit, Einstein. It's a video game, retard!
Roman skills have proved themselves once more. The walls are broken thanks to our minds.
In case they charge up.
General, get back in position!
I could care less about the points. I don't care. Go in there.
Order completed.
We're gonna go to the nearest one. They're all attacking slowly. It's already one dead. It's dead. Like all the dogs. That didn't work out well. Done. I should have went in there with the Galvin too. Whatever. I don't care really. I think that's like good. They don't let it hit big damage anyway, so I'm gonna attack them. Good. We're gonna attack. I'm not gonna. Nope. I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. Whatever I can care less. Man, I'm not really in a good mood right now. At least. Am I gonna forgive you? Nope. I need to be at Facebook with less kids and they get put up the ass by their dad, so I could care less. I'm doing a better job by myself than your entire corporation is. Even with your scam hacking, you're not even a good bunch of hackers. You're going to make fun of me, but you can't even say it to my face, and I've been saying it to your face for years. You're a bunch of scam artists who molest kids. If you think you're better than me, then say it to my face! If you think that you're better than me, then say it to my face! I know it doesn't work like that, because you're a scam, faggot! I don't want to work for you. I don't want to associate. Nope, I don't have to. No, eventually I'm not going to. No, Palmer Lucky, I'm not going to work remotely for you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't care about how many people I lose. Just get the fuck over here and get up another. I could care less. I really don't care. I don't. I just don't care. It's not real life. It's a video game. I could care less. When I'm not in a good mood, I could oh. You know what's funny? Let's book the actual when I'm done. Mark Zuckerberg wants to play on Twitch TV, even though he has Facebook gaming. Why? It's pathetic, faggot. Why don't you play on Facebook gaming for your fake bot accounts on your Facebook.com website, faggot? Go kill yourself, faggot!
Mercenary hoplites, quickly!
They're getting tired. They're warmed up. They're tired of this stress. I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. You think I'm going to forgive you? I'm not going to forgive you. Nope. Those check me get you anyway, so it's crushed. approach. Back. Okay, he's fine. Back, please. Shit happening, bro. Clear, please. I don't have to give anything. Nope, I don't have to. Nope. All Legend of Total War does is play this game 16 hours a day, 12 years straight. The guy's a fucking loser. It doesn't matter if he makes money from playing the game. All the guy does, no, I'm not jealous. All the guy does is play Total War games for 16 hours a day for 12 plus years straight. He's a fucking Australian loser. No, it's not what I do. Legend of Total War is a loser. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a life. All he does is play Total War games for 16 hours a day. That's not what I do. You can rest. I'm not going to forgive you. No? You think that I'm going to forgive you, but I'm not going to. Alright. There's no things back there. Balances up here. Slow down. Still got 26 minutes. Am I gonna forgive you? Nope.
Hoplite mercenary. Paddy! Hoplite. Mercenary hoplite. Move out!
What I mean, but it doesn't make sense. No, I'm not jealous. If you have something to say to me, then say it to my face! I know the world doesn't work that way, Edward Zuckerberg. You want to know why? Because you're a little bitch!
Follow my phalanx, hoplites. Follow my phalanx.
Yeah. I don't care. We were talking about this the other day. In the past 20 years, it's only been like 5 to 10 games that have even come out that are actually worth playing anyway. So, I don't care. No, that's actually true. Even though it's subjective, most PC games and most video games suck. I'm not gonna waste my money on garbage or waste my time. Look out of here. So why am I recording this? Well, it's not a garbage game, and I just wanted to because it's funny. And more importantly, if you knew better, how come you didn't know that the dogs path the nearest neighbor algorithm, K nearest neighbor algorithm, KNN or whatever, and how come you didn't know anything about that even 3 years ago? You're supposed to be better, right? You don't even know how to spell your fucking name. Neither do I. I can spell my name easily. You can't even say it to my face, faggot!
Mercenary hot plates. Man, mercenary hot plates. Move!
I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. You think I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope, I'm not gonna work for Facebook. You're delusional, faggot! Nope. No, I'm not worried because I'm gonna forgive you. I'm not worried at all because I'm not gonna have anything to do with you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Fucking retards. Arguing for the family because I could care less. What's your reaction? Nope. There you go. Work that permission or whatever. To force them. I'm gonna die in
The enemy general flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
Man.
Your general's nerve has broken, and he is fleeing from the enemy.
Oh. Came back. They don't have enough elephants, and they're going berserk already. So
the gods be praised. The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
I'm not in a good mood right now. They're harassing me. Other place. I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. I think I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not gonna forgive you. Where are the rest of these guys? What? Is there an entire unit out there? No.
The enemy. All Rome.
I don't care if you could do better. Are you being harassed and tortured every day? No.
Settlement captured.
Girl asked you if you could do better. You wouldn't even have the slightest clue how to reverse engineer a game via semi-state Markovian analysis without decompiling the game or even doing a hexadecimal editor check of the game at all. So, and I did that 3 years ago. 20 years, 17 years after the game had even come out. So you don't even have jack no idea how to do any of that. Well, neither do I. But I'm the one who found out that's how it works with the dogs. And nobody else did except me. Actually, it is true, Mark Zuckerberg. For 20 plus years, I was the only person to figure out that's how these dogs work in this game. When you kill the fucking last unit that's left, last troop that's left in the unit, there's a nearest neighbor algorithm that they use, KN nearest neighbor. They go to the nearest neighbor, literally the enemy, and that's it. And nobody else can do that. It is true, Mark Zuckerberg. You're a scam, faggot! I'm done, because I'm not in a good mood right now. They don't have any troops left anyway. It's not jack shit. Nope. At least not in this area, but whatever, I could care less. I'm not gonna forgive you. No? You think I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. You could use more cavalry. Let's get you more. I'm not gonna play anymore because I'm done. I'm gonna just make fun of you with the Twitch stuff, and I'm done because you're aggravating me. No, it doesn't mean I can't do what I want to do. For the last 8+ years of my life, even though you've been told, you're telling me that I can't, but I can, and I have. Shut the fuck up, I'm talking. You've been trying to stop me from doing what I want to do, and I've been doing it anyway. You don't have control over me, neither the entire world. You can't even run your mouth correctly, or even fucking run DMC, faggot. Mark Zuckerberg says he might do a Twitch stream, give Twitch some love. But you've got Facebook Gaming, faggot. You're a loser, faggot. You're a scum.